Oh, I hear the pitter-patter of troll feet. This blue thing here is a will-o'-the-wisp. Not the same as a fairy, because it doesn't actually transform into anything else. But it is quite harmless. The only annoying thing is that they like hanging around in your face. Ooh, it's an elf staff. It's a new rune staff which has 60 charges and space for 5 different runes. Well, I'm gonna put it in my inventory for now because it would take quite a while to inscribe all those runes. But this sure as hell makes me quite a lot more powerful. You have to try not to attack these will-o'-the-wisps because if you do, they do turn hostile. Oh, and over here we have a will-o'-the-wisp that is already angry and has turned red. And now I accidentally hit the other will-o'-the-wisp and he damaged me quite severely. So let's get some healing done first, before we make quick work of these little things. Alright, another red mushroom to build up my strength. There we go. Some more beneficial mushrooms. And for some reason, a squashed fire flower, which is the only one you find on this level.
Interesting.
A mysterious rune without any explanation. Well, might as well see what it does. I'll grab my nifty new elf staff and inscribe it. It's another fairy rune, of course, or Fae rune, and it has a built-in area effect. Ooh, it's an invisibility rune. Not actually quite that useful, because it tends to screw with some of the friendly encounters as well, meaning that friendly characters won't actually be able to see you. So, I'm just gonna drop that spell. Though in some later encounters it will allow you to stealthily creep up on an enemy. Just a little bit more of this area to explore. There should be a couple more trolls pattering around. Oh, there's one right now. Quickly grab my iron nails. Though I think it's not going to have much effect in this case. Nah, he just walks right through it. Great. And there's another one behind me. Ooh. Have some slow spell. Well, I think they're trapped in here with me now. Oh, and they... well, they knocked out Scuzz. Poor guy. I'll just leave him like that. Maybe Sparkle will heal him. I think that takes care of all the trolls in this area. Here's another one of those gas traps. Let's escape from that. Hey, what's that on the ground? It's a little drum. Yeah, and I happen to know someone who's looking for that. Oh, there's the last of the trolls. Thought I was rid of them already. Trolls are highly buggy because, as you can see, this one just seems to be stuck here. Either that or he wasn't actually seeing me. Oh, and he teleported beyond the iron spike. Sure, it's not like that's supposed to prevent him from doing that. This makes troll encounters pretty frustrating because they run away from you, they teleport around. It's hard to keep track of where they actually are. Let's take care of this annoying alert mushroom. Come on. I'm just lucky I didn't have this encounter with all of the trolls because that can happen. They are not particularly they're not particularly courageous. Come on, you pussy. Take care of him, Sparkle. Finally, there goes the last of the trolls. And I forgot where I put the third spike here, but since they've now all served their purpose, there's no point in looking around for it. I'm done. I'm done with the troll area. There's just a couple of last things to take care of in the rest of the Faerie realm. Just a couple of fetch quests to round up. I have at least one more story from Queen Iene. And I'm sorry to say, at least two more performances by the Faerie players, though one of them can't really be called a performance. So, steel yourself. We got a few more minutes of fairiness to endure, and then we're done with the Faerie realm altogether. The Faerie realm is actually the very last level that me and my brother discovered. This is because it's quite possible to completely miss the entrance to the Faerie realm and just continue on through the rest of the levels. You only realize you're missing something when you're nearly at the end of the game and someone tells you you're missing one of the orbs. We didn't find this level until I actually bought a strategy guide. That's probably another reason why I like this level so much. Because after we played the rest of the game to death, there's still something new to discover.
But first, a message from our patron. That's you, Bunky.
Well, this time I have a mushroom for them. Could be any mushroom, either green, yellow, or red.
We're a bit much, aren't we? I mean, don't you just want to squish us sometimes?
All the time, actually.
Exactly! So, we all decided that since you were such a good patron of our arts, we'd give you this. And then we can be patronizing.
Alright. Thanks. I think. Let's see what they gave me.
This is a very powerful fairy rune of great magic, only given to close fairy friends.
I have a feeling that might be sarcastic. I'm a little scared, but maybe we'd better try out that rune while we're still in the Faerie realm. Okay, brace yourself. What? It's a rune that quacks. They gave me a rune that quacks. Fairy humor. Well, let's go give Winkle his drum. I think the Faerie realm might have been appreciated a little bit more if it wasn't so confusing to navigate. I guess you really have to like this sense of humor in order to enjoy it.
Oh, you have my drum. Can I have it, please? Thank you. Maybe Binkle and I can start the fiddle and drum corps again.
And what does he give me as a reward? A third jester cap. Don't really need that anymore, good buddy, but I'll give it to Scuzz anyway so he doesn't feel that left out anymore. Alright, let's go see the Queen, because we could use a bit of healing, and she has one last story for us. I'll miss her. And the way she blends into her chair that makes her look like a fat person in an enormous white dress sitting on a stool. Seriously, you can't unsee it.
I am grateful that you have returned.
You were gracious to see us, my lady. Do you have another tale for us?
Yes, I have one final tale. It is the story of the last elf, one who is dear to me. The Dark One was opposed by many, including the fairies and elves with our magics. Khull-khuum was only annoyed, and while I used my powers to hide my people from his damning gaze, the elves were not so fortunate. Every city and stronghold of the elves was destroyed. The few elves that survived were hunted to death by his followers. Only one survived, for he was my lover and stood by my side while his people were ravaged. For hundreds of years afterwards, he contained his grief and misery, but his heart and his love for me was overcome with vengeance. He left to destroy the Dark One. He journeyed far, and I aided as well as I could. But he has been captured by the Ice Queen, a minion of the shadows. The keeper of my heart is but a living statue in her realm, trapped in ice, and I can do nothing. As you seek to destroy khull-khuum, seek my love and free him. He is a mighty warrior and knowledgeable in the ways of the Dark One. Even if he chooses not to return to my side, I will be eternally grateful.
We shall try to find him, Lady Ione.
Then take this. It is my pendant, and I have placed what magic I could within it. Now please go. I have used too much of my strength in this.
Well, well. That's quite an interesting story. And she drops a green pendant. I don't really need this horseshoe pendant anymore, so I'll give that to Scuzz, and, well, that useless remaining frog pendant Karzak can wear. Time to put my armor on again, because you don't want to have this stuff on you when you leave the fairy realm. It doesn't really protect you against other types of attacks. I'll give it to Scuzz, because, funny thing here, the fairy clothes provide just a little bit more protection than the leather armor. And since Scuzz can't wear anything better than that, I'm gonna make him look ridiculous. Technically, the jester cap doesn't provide as much protection as the dwarven helmet with the horns, but it wouldn't really complete the outfit. This doesn't work anymore, but since I'm about to leave the level anyway, I might as well use Yovsogov's orb to recharge my mana. We're almost done. We have one last performance of the fairy players to sit through. And it's one that's really easy to miss because it costs a rock. And at this point in the game, all your rocks are either going to be in your throwing bag or your stone shooter. So it's kind of mean that they put that in without any clues for it. You have to physically take either your bag or your stone shooter in hand, shoot out a rock, and put it separately into your inventory. Otherwise, you're just gonna miss it.
Quiet, please. The play is about to begin. But first, a message from our patron. That's you, Bunky.
Now, this last song pertains to the next level we're going to, so pay close attention.
Thank you, thank you. And now, right here on our stage, it's Giggle with the story of War of the Ice Realm.
Thank you very much, buddy. Good to see ya. Okay, say, finish this line. Ready? Cool. The only good Sharga is a
Dead Sharga.
wrong, babies. Close, but wrong. We had a line. Here's why.
If you want some cheese.
Cool as a frost on an icy witch. Cruel as the mind of an evil
Snitch.
cool as the tufts on the polar bear's nose. Cool as a chill when the cold wind blows. That's cool. Cool doggy, that's cool and cold. Yeah, cool. Cool as the minions by her side. Cool as the tanning of a baby seal hide. Cool as a swim in the ice sea flows. And the ice queen's as cool as everyone knows. That's cool. Ooh, she's a bomb. She's bad. She's a nasty lady. I don't like her. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's pretty cool. Cool under fire is what they have to be. Cool to the stop is important, you see. Cool is the way they like their land. So the ice sharks are a fighting band. And that's cool. That is so cool. That is not right. That's cool. Oh man, that baby. That is Trey. Cool elected me.
Because of the pitiful things he does. I'm freaking.
Oh dear. Will you just look at that sundial? It doesn't mean a thing. So, it must be time to go.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's a little story about the place where we're headed next. Now, of course, before I came here, I dropped a translocation circle in the front of the door to the next level. So let's save ourselves a big trip and just teleport straight over there. Here we are back in the second level of the feeding grounds, heading into the next level. The Ice Caverns. I'm just gonna put on a warm sweater and meet you there.
See ya. Will you?